and not a liability, given what a lot of people in the public think about banks these days.
And you're in the way, Tony,
Yes.
of the video cam.
It's my job to do it.
Well, it's my financial background has already been an enormous asset for me in the past 4 years. And you're right, the term banker, we think of, I think the negative around banks has been really focused on those Wall Street banks that were very abusive in these exotic products that they put together and sold. And what I tell Floridians is this. First of all, I retired from banking 10 years ago. When I retired from banking, we were still requiring down payments and proof of income to get a mortgage. And what I was doing in my responsibilities as the statewide president of what's now the Bank of America was I was responsible for those branch operations and those commercial lenders, and we were waking up every day trying to figure out a way to make a loan to a Florida small business so they could be successful, grow their business, and hire more Floridians.
Why do you think?
And I can expand
okay. A little more kind of political stuff. Why do you think the polls are showing Mr. Scott, picking up a little bit? The election isn't that far off. What's going on?
Oh, about $70 million. That's or whatever the number is that he's put in his own campaign. Look, without his pouring his own money into this campaign, he would not be the Republican nominee, and he has the ability to, which he has continued to do what he did during the primary. He played mostly negative ads against our Attorney General, Bill McCollum, throughout the primary season, and that's what he's started out doing here in the general election. And every ad that he has played against me has been declared or described by newspapers and other independent evaluators as misleading, deceptions, lies, smears, false. But unfortunately, in the age of TV, people see these negative ads, and they are possibly working. I mean, the miracle is that here he spent this amount of money, he's playing this amount of negative ads, and I'm pretty much dead even with him in the polls. So it's very important that over the course of the next 3.5 weeks that the people of Florida understand what the real choice is between Alex Sink and Rick Scott.
Well, when you leave here, you're going to be showing to a group of local people your negative ad against Rick Scott. So is that how you're going to turn it around, by going being negative against him?
My ad that I'm going to be unveiling here in a few minutes is an ad that is an expression of law enforcement personnel, Republicans and Democrats, who are standing up to say that his background is questionable. When a person pleads the fifth or takes the fifth 75 times in a deposition, that means that they were afraid of incriminating themselves. And when he led a company that was convicted of the largest Medicare fraud in the history of our country, Floridians have serious questions about that, and especially law enforcement. So these are facts.
You also you mentioned the Broward workshop earlier. Is there anybody from the Broward workshop that's supporting your campaign?
Well, you'd need to show me the current list, but I know, for example, somebody like Frank Scruggs that I spoke to the other day. I don't know if Frank is still a member of the workshop or not, but he's supporting my campaign. And I do have other business support in Broward County.
Usually in these meetings,